Hi there, Christine Weber here. I love supporting mature yoga teachers, getting their wisdom out there into the world. And today I want to talk to you about some vagus nerve hacks, air quotes, that you can bring into your chair yoga classes. You know, the reason I've been talking about hacks lately is because there's this whole movement out there about hacking the nervous system. And with all sorts of things like jumping in ice water, and it just goes on and hyperventilating and stuff. But the yoga tradition is full of things we can do sitting at our desk during the day, taking a break, after lunch, whatever. All sort of full of things that we can do to improve the function of the vagus nerve. So you may have heard about vagal tone. Vagal tone means how well your vagus nerve is functioning. It's like it's your arms are toned, it's kind of like that, but it's for the nerve. And the way that vagal tone is measured is through what's called heart rate variability. So heart rate variability is your capacity. Essentially, it means your capacity to respond to a stressor and then return to a state of parasympathetic homeostasis. So return to that state of calm quickly after a stressor. And for many people, vagal tone is challenged by all sorts of different things. It could be you've had a stressful life. It could be, PTSD. It could be anxiety. It could be it could be a disease process. There's many different things that can affect our capacity for our nervous system to work well. I remember when I was a little kid, and one of my aunts was very kind of nervous. She had a lot of nervous energy, and she would say, "Oh, my nerves can't handle it. My nerves can't handle it." And I remember being like, "What does that mean?" But as I've gotten older, I'm like, I totally understand what she meant. Like our nerves get worn out like the rest of our body, and there's things we can do to improve the function. And it's not the same thing as lifting weights. We need different things. And yoga is a practice that has been developed. And I don't know that the yogis knew what the vagus nerve was, but it was developed in a way that can help folks to come back to a place of peace and contentment and grounding, anchoring, containing, feeling like you're focused and peaceful so that you can do what you need to do next. And during these really stressful times, people need this work desperately. So if you're a yoga teacher, and I know a lot of yoga teachers follow me, so if you're a yoga teacher and you're watching this right now, I want you to reframe, or I'd like to offer you the invitation to reframe what you do as not an offshoot of the fitness industry or even relaxation, but helping people to build resilience during very stressful times, to build resilience, to build a deeper sense of self, to feel more grounded and solid, not so you can be peaceful wallflowers or doormats, but so that you can stand up and do the things that you need to do in the world and make the world a better place for everyone. Okay, so here's the vagal hacks we're going to do today, and I'm going to talk about the mechanisms of them. So the first one is a simple seated cat-cow. So the hands start by your knees, look down, and when you're ready, on the inhale, slide your hands back towards your hips, chicken wing your elbows, and lift your eyes. And as you exhale, slide forward, draw the belly in a little bit, round your, especially your upper spine a bit. So that's it. So inhaling back and exhaling forward. Keep going as I discuss the benefits of this. So the first thing you'll notice is the hands are sliding on the legs, perhaps. That was one of the first things you might notice. This is giving greater proprioceptive feedback to the brain, telling the brain that this is where my body is in space and this is how my body feels. The hands are very highly innervated, so it's really nice to use them in yoga postures. And this kind of movement is just sending safe signals to my brain. Now, I don't have to talk about safety. I like to leave that out of the yoga class, but I like people to experience it, because that experience of safety helps to calm down some of the background noise that's might be very hyped up right now about people feeling unsafe. So I'm just giving that little bit of feedback. Now, the other thing it does is it's a smooth, repetitive movement, and I'm coupling the movement with my breath. And so this helps the breath and the heart rate to respond better. So when I breathe in, the heart rate goes up a little bit. When I breathe out, hopefully the heart rate goes down. I'm coupling the respiratory with the, or helping, I should say, to couple the respiratory movement with the heart. And that, when the heart and the lungs are working together really well, that increases vagal tone. It's really good for it. So when we do this kind of repetitive, slow, mindful movement, it's amazing for the vagus nerve. And that's something you can do sitting at your desk. You can do it anytime, right? Okay, the next one we're going to do is little tiny shoulder rolls. We're just letting the shoulders roll back. You can put your hands on top of your shoulders if you like, or let them rest by your side. And this is not about getting the biggest range of motion ever. That's not what we're going for. We're going for the proprioceptors, which are many of them are in the joints. Going, oh, this is easeful, pleasurable even, simple, repetitive movement. And that easeful movement is sending signals again that calm down that background noise of unsafe or painful. So pain-free is important here. One pain-free, simple, repetitive movement that, again, like calming down the background threat signals and bringing signals of safety into the body. You can make it more complicated, do backstroke if you want, or like one arm goes back and one arm goes forward. That feels weird, but we can try that. Then now that stuff is good for hemispheric integration. It helps your brain to sort of figure things out a little bit. And as we have better hemispheric integration, it means the hemispheres work together. That's good. That's good for the nervous system. The nervous system likes it. Okay, I'm going to show you one more. This is a very gentle, simple neck stretch. You bring the pinky side of the hands together like you're holding a cup. And sometimes I like to say, like, hold something precious here, or maybe hold a flower, hold feelings of kindness. If you like, there's all sorts of things you could do with this. And then my eyes are going to follow the fingertips, and my head, follow the fingertips around and then come back. So my arms are super soft here. I'm not straight, they're soft. So this could be an inhale and an exhale. So it's a twist, and mostly the twist is happening in the cervical spine and the neck muscles. Inhale, open. Exhale back. You can try bringing the hand a little higher and see how that feels. And this kind of tiny, again, pain-free, it's not tiny, but small, pain-free range of motion. Eyes are so important, that the small pain-free range of motion is telling the vagus nerve everything is good, calming down, sending signals of comfort and ease, calming down any signaling background noise of unsafety or lack of safety. Now, the other thing is the eyes are turning. Eyes are this weird part of your brain. The eyes going around, this is activating what's called the orienting response. Orienting response is, am I safe? It's like you think about yourself looking out over the savannah, you know, when you were a primitive person looking out over the savannah millions of years ago, or whatever, I don't know, human beings have only been around 1 million years, but hundreds of thousands of years ago. And it's saying, I'm safe because I can see everything around me. So it's exteroception. I see everything around me and I feel really safe here because everything looks good. Right. So that, so we've got, you know, and the other thing is reducing the tension in the neck muscles, because neck muscles go when we feel unsafe. So those are 3 simple vagus hacks. I'm going to be teaching a lot more. I'll be teaching some more vagus hacks because I love the hacks, because, you know, you can do that anywhere, right? And you also, what I didn't do, which I should have done, is just had you close your eyes and notice, because it's that awareness where we start to make the neuroplastic changes. So we start to notice, how does my body feel after each one, right? So I'm going to be teaching a lot more of these vagal hacks, plus very specific chair yoga sequences for calming the nervous system, reducing stress, improving sleep and digestion in my upcoming workshop, which is called Chair Yoga for the Vagus Nerve and Beyond, because I want to frame it as a from the yoga perspective, not just from the neuroscience perspective. And that's what I really groove with, is how do we take these ancient teachings and the ancient wisdom, plus bring in the insights of modern neuroscience and help us to really understand more deeply the benefits of these practices. So that's what I'll be doing this weekend. Love you to join me. You can find out more. I think I dropped the link in the description, but if you don't see it in there, just send us, check out. You can check out my website, subtleyoga.com, or you can send us an email, support@subtleyoga.com. Thanks so much for being here, by the way. I hope this is helpful. Please leave a comment, and I'll see you next week. Take care.